just found out that the CEO of Anheuser-Bush has made a public statement regarding his feelings about this whole Bud Light debacle. And I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I've read some comments, but I need to see with my own eyes what went down. So let's get it.
For more than 2 decades, Bud Light was America's top-selling beer before being dethroned by Modelo back in May. Now, this came after a boycott of Bud Light and its parent company, Anheuser-Bush, by some consumers. The controversy, I know you've heard all about it, began after trans social media star, that's Dylan Mulvaney, posted a video on Instagram, this was in April, showing the company had sent her personalized Bud Light cans. It was all part of an online promotion. Anheuser-Busch then faced more backlash for its handling of the boycott. Still, the company says it remains the country's #1 brewer, with brands like Budweiser and many craft breweries under its umbrella. Anheuser-Busch U.S. CEO, that's Brendan Whitworth, we're happy to say, joins us at the table live and in color for an exclusive interview. #1, we're glad to have you here.
Yeah,
many people in your position, Mr.
Got
Whitworth,
that fake
would be
smile
running for the
on. You know
hills
you
at this
hurting,
point.
bruh.
Because since April, you all
Well, he
have
probably
faced a
ain't,
lot
because
of
he a
income.
fucking gazillionaire, but I don't buy that smile.
Mr. Whitworth would be running for the hills at this point. Because since April, you all have faced a lot of incoming. How and why did it go so off the rails? Because that certainly wasn't your intention when you did one can to one person.
It's been a challenging few weeks, and I think the conversation surrounding Bud Light has moved away from beer, and the conversation has become divisive. And Bud Light really doesn't belong there. Bud Light should be all about bringing people together. And there's been impact on the business, and I think that's publicly covered on Bud Light specifically.
Yeah, so what was your intention? Take us to the beginning. What was your intention? What were you all
Because he
trying to
said
do?
that's not Bud Light, but y'all entered yourselves voluntarily in something that had nothing to do with beer, self-inflicted. So it's like he's ridding himself of accountability, like you did it to yourself.
Intention. Take us to the beginning. What was your intention? What were you all trying to do here? And you've done this before, these promotional campaigns.
Yeah, it was, just to be clear, it was a gift, and it was one can. But for us, you know, as we look to kind of the future and we look to moving forward, we have to understand the impact that it's had. And like I said, you know, that impact has taken place. But it's the impact on our employees, the impact on our consumers, and as well, the impact on our partners. And I think one thing that I'd love to make extremely clear is that impact is my responsibility. And as the CEO, everything we do here, I'm accountable for.
Given the moment we're in, this moment in America with trans issues at the top of a Republican social or conservative political agenda, knowing what you know now, if you could go back, would you send this can to this one person again?
There's a big social conversation taking place right now, and big brands are right in the middle of it. And it's
He's not trying to have that smoke. He's not trying to have that smoke, bruh. Like, if you had, it's too late. It doesn't matter. But that would have been hard. That would have been hard to be said. You know what? We wouldn't have never done it. We would have found ourselves in this stupid-ass, self-inflicted situation. But he's not going to do that, bruh.
conversation taking place right now, and big brands are right in the middle of it. And it's not just our industry or Bud Light. It's happening in retail. It's happening in fast food. And so for us, what we need to understand is, deeply understand and appreciate, is the consumer and what they want, what they care about, and what they expect from big brands.
So this is part of
He
why
ain't
you get
answered
small
the question
size,
at all, man. He came prepared with some bullshit, huh? He not going to get to the root of the problem. Care about your consumers. Clearly you didn't care about your consumer, bro. All this shit you talking ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck is taking effect, bro. Come on, man. Take some accountability, dog.
Would you do it again? And people,
They want what they care about and what they expect from big brands.
so this is part of why you're getting it from all sides, because I asked you, would you do it again? And people on the trans rights side of things, supporting that community, want you to say yes, of course. We want that fortitude. And people on the right would criticize you for saying yes. So where are you on the issue? I mean, was this a mistake?
You know, Bud Light has supported LGBTQ since 1998. So that's 25 years. And as we've said from the beginning, we'll continue to support the communities and organizations that we've supported for decades. But as we move forward, you know, we want to focus on what we do best, which is brewing great beer for everyone, listening to our consumers, being humble and listening to them,
He ain't
making
answering.
sure
This
that
is
we
a
do
waste
right
of
by our
time.
employees, take care.
This is supposed to save y'all's image, bro. You got the CEO out here just giving these politically correct ass answers, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of coming up here, dog? You're making this shit look worse. Pick a side, dog. Like, all this straddling the fence shit, man. Like, bro, y'all fucked up. Own it, right? I bet you would save a buck from a few consumers that would realize just like to see you say you fucked up, but you're not gonna say that, bro. This is a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and it's gonna cause more damage, bro. I hope, man. I've been hoped y'all stock plummet and y'all company go under. Like, it's just this confidence, egotistical shit he got going on. Like, Bud Light is here to stay. We ain't going no fucking where. Like, you have no control over that, big dog. You have no control over how successful that company is going to be. You see what's happening, bro. You're supposed to come up here, save face a little bit, dog. You just doing more damage. You're not picking a side. So I hope you piss the trans community off with this shit too, just like you pissing the conservative community off. I ain't gonna say that because there's conservative trans out here, man. I hope you piss everybody off.
And support our partners and ultimately make an impact in the communities that we serve.
So you did point out that Anheuser-Busch has in the past supported the queer community. In fact, you had these cans in 2019 that were rainbow bottles that were sold in stores all across the country. But the political arm of Anheuser-Busch has donated to anti-LGBTQ plus politicians. So where do you stand and where does the company stand on queer rights?
You know, we support politicians that support our business. And when we say that, we talk about things like things that work for the industry, allow us to grow the business, allow us to employ more people, and really help drive the economy.
I want to just cut this shit off, man, but I'm here to see if he digs himself a deeper hole.
At one point I heard you say, we're listening, we hear you. What did you hear, and how has it affected your employees? I'm curious about how they're feeling and how they're dealing with all of this.
Our employees, we have 65,000. If you look at the 18,000 Anheuser-Busch employees and you look at the 47,000 Anheuser-Busch wholesaler employees, and they're full of pride and they're full of commitment. And so it's really a privilege and it's humbling to have the opportunity to lead the organization. When you say listening, you know, I've been out to many of the impacted markets. My team has been out to many of the impacted markets. And over the last month, we've talked to over 100,000 consumers, and their feedback is very clear.
What is it?
The feedback is to reinforce what Bud Light has always meant to them, which is good times, goodwill, and easy enjoyment. And we have that all packed inside of our summer campaign that we launched last week. We're in the middle of the NFL. I know Nate's not here, but we're in the middle of our NFL campaign that'll be out in a few weeks. It's right there. And I think the fact remains that millions and millions of consumers enjoy Bud Light each and every day.
But
and
they're still mad, though, Brendan, because the sales have dropped. How are you handling that? I mean, as CEO,
get to the root of the problem,
I want to
man.
know what this was been like for you.
He
when
ain't
you've had
saying
so
it.
much vitriol on all sides.
He ain't saying
sales
it.
are dropping. People, you know, we have people firing guns at Bud Light cans. I mean, it's just gotten really off the chain, crazy.
Yeah.
So how are you grappling with that, handling that?
I think it's the impact, honestly, on the employees that weighs most on me. But again, as I mentioned, seeing the pride and the commitment that they have working on behalf of
All right, man. Shut up.